have a profound feeling of that what is happening here is making a lot of sense in terms of a lot of beauty is emerging from here. Let's say it like this. And I also work on all of you, or many of you come to experience my work. And in my work, I realize with everyone who comes here what magic beings you all are. And this is a place of magic.
How long have you been at Moos?
I was the first inhabitant here, so in the house. But basically before that, I have only been a, let's say, how do you say, someone who looks
Spectator.
at this, spectator, somebody who looks at this place from the outside. So I knew Jacob for a long time, like through the European School of Governance, basically, because we met on conferences and stuff. And he just liked this Princess Gaia idea, and he invited me a lot to some kind of events, but you know how Jacob is. He invited me on the same day. Today we have an event, can you come? And you know how I am, I have so much to do, I could never come. So Jacob and me, like for more than a year or two, were like sending messages, but never met, like really. Only by mistake on a conference. So, and then he called me and said, well, I have this idea and we are creating this thing here, this house, and can you support me with getting the right people? I don't know why he came to me. He just came. And then he said, and do you want a part of it? And I, like I, you know, as you say, why do I do all those things? He asked me, do you want to be part of it? And I said, yes, I do. And it came just like that. And so I decided to be part of this. And now I think this decision was like one of my best decisions in my life. I really love this place.
And living here, I guess, so you said you're the first person here, but maybe, let's say, a couple months or 6 months or something, 36 months. Do you have any thoughts on co-living with all of these magical people, or even co-living in general, based on your experiences here?
Well, and this is also me again. I think if you are very good with yourself, then any noises from the outside don't disturb you. But I have heard a lot of people who cannot concentrate because so much is going on and they cannot do their work. And so some of us are losing the focus in this co-living experience. So this is what I see and what I think is beautiful, because of course it's a learning to regain our focus. So it's a test, right? It's how can we focus on the things we do by still co-living with everybody else and by having this beautiful interconnectedness, and on the other hand, how not being too much in your own bubble and really using what you are and all the focus you have and passing it on to the others. And of course I'm different because I'm here working in the one-on-one situations. I know you all like very profoundly, and when I then go into these big spaces where all of you are, this is quite difficult for me because there are so many energies that have been naked on my bench, you know, and not naked in the physical sense, but in every body sense. And so for me, being in one-on-ones is very beautiful because I can be concentrated on you. Being in 1-on-20 of us, then this is for me always a very challenging situation. Even if you asked me just now if I do my work when I'm, of course I don't do my work, but I know that everybody knows that I did work on them. So people are also, not everybody can separate that. So,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, most party would be a strange party to be at, I guess, in that sense, because if you worked on everybody in the room, but you're not going to.
Well, basically, you know, we had my birthday party a few weeks ago,
Right.
and this was a good test, and it was beautiful because actually there was nothing of this concern.
Yeah.
So it was just a beautiful thing. So yeah, I think, and this is maybe what I learned here, to really be here when I'm here, or be in the praxis when I'm in the praxis, and be out when I'm out. and really also making the clear decisions for myself. Am I here or am I here? Like, yeah, am I with myself? How much, again, in what body, how many percent am I in the group? How many percent am I myself? And how can I like juggle this?
Anything you've learned from your time here and your experiences so far? Anything that kind of surprised you about your experience of being here? I mean, there's so many wonderful, strange things that happen here. And
No, I mean, you being human is being human. There's nothing strange about a community like this. I'm learning all the time. I'm surprised every day. Every moment is a magical moment. It's all miracle. Being human is a gift, and it doesn't matter if I'm in a community or if I'm living by myself. And so this is not special. And at the same time, of course, it's special. I don't know. I think Moos is Moos. And it's just a very special place. And maybe every other place is a special place. But Moos is Moos. And nothing is like Moos. And so, yeah, maybe this makes it special. And, you know, Moos is like, you know, here are people from everywhere in the world. This is a place where creativity, for me, gets a new name because everybody has another way to express themselves, and it's just beautiful. And I think this makes Moos very special. It's like here you find a bit of everything. And in other communities, maybe these communities have more a focus on who they want to be around or something, you know. It's like, okay, we are all Zen Buddhists or we are all Christians, or, you know. And this is
there's
like
a kind of thing where like everybody here is like, it's not so well defined anyway.
Yes.
Like even what Moos is supposed to be. This
Yes.
is like a big question for everybody here. Like, what are we doing here?
Yes. And of course it makes it difficult in finding rules to live together and things like that. And on the other hand, it might make it quite easy because we don't need any rules. And we just try to sort of make this place beautifully lived by through us. And I think this is the challenge. And this is what makes it different and new.
Where can people find out more about your work?
Of course, on my website, julia-hayden.de.
Julia-Hayden.de.
Not minus. And from this page, I think you come to anything, because I also, as I said, have this box, but we don't need to talk about this.
What's this box that you've mentioned twice now that we should talk about?
Well, this box basically is a beautiful manual in which you find a symptom catalogue, and of course, yes, it has even much more behind it, but the important part is the symptom catalogue, and the symptoms are from physical, energetic to mental symptoms you might have. If you have a sleeping problem, a depression, or a hurting knee, and then you find the correlation with one part of your spine, and from there, from this part of the spine, you find 5 different kinds of booklets, which are the bodies I talked about. And from these bodies, from this spine part that you identify in the symptom catalogue, I hope I explain it right. So you find a spine part, like let's say the 5th vertebrae of the thorax, that has to do with all your issues. I like to talk about this because this is liver and anger. So my liver and my anger problem has to do with the 5th vertebra of the thoracic spine. And then from there, you can go into these ring booklets that are in this box to see how can I work on this blockage of the spine through the physical body. How can I work through the energy body? So what diet can I do? What breath work can I do? How can I work through the mental body? So what traumas can I deal with? How can I work with the soul body? So what affirmations can I do for myself? And what is the connections to the light body? So I can go through all the layers I have, working on my issues. So if I have a pain, a physical pain, and I don't want to work with my physical body, I can work with my mind body. So basically this is a self-healing tool.
that someone can just use themselves?
Yes.
Wow. It's a box.
It's a box. It comes even with this book and with these 5 ring booklets. And
Cool.
it's also in a couple of weeks we have it in English as well.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Great to chat with you, Julia, Princess Gaia. Thanks for being here.